All right, Shannon back here with you on SportsCenter. Follow along. Joe Flacco coming back to the team he won the Comeback Player of the Year award in 2023 with. Flacco rejoining the Cleveland Browns on a one-year deal. His agent told that to Adam Schefter. The former Super Bowl MVP came off the couch to lead the Browns to a 4-1 record in 5 regular season starts before losing in the playoffs.
American football, and as we showed you earlier, Saints quarterback Derek Carr's season upcoming, that's in doubt. Following reports he has a shoulder injury that might require surgery. Limited to 10 games due to injury last season. Did play through a shoulder injury in 2023 and didn't miss any time. But with this news, ESPN Bet has the Saints as the favorite now to draft quarterback Shedeur Sanders. They actually have the 9th pick in this draft as we welcome in draft analyst Matt Miller. So if Shedeur is there, particularly on the heels of this Derek Carr news now, is this a must pick for New Orleans in your estimation, Matt?
Buckle up, Saints fans. The first round is going to be exciting when they come on the board at number 9, and I don't think it is a must. Didn't think quarterback was a must for them. Even with Derek Carr on the roster, I don't know that this injury changes your future outcomes. If you don't love a quarterback at number 9, don't reach to take one. This front office, I know it's a new head coach in Kellen Moore, but Jim Mickey Loomis actually selected when this team starts voluntary workouts on Monday. You don't have to take a quarterback this year. You can effectively tank behind Spencer Rattler and set yourself up for, guess who could be in next year's draft? Arch Manning. The last time the Saints took a quarterback in the first round, 1971, when his grandfather Archie was the pick. So maybe we're overconnecting dots a year out, but the 2026 draft looks pretty good.
Matt, I have some more history for you.
5 quarterbacks will be selected in the first 2 rounds of the upcoming NFL draft. He's got Cam Ward expected to go first overall to the Titans, Shedeur Sanders to the Saints, Jackson Dart to the Rams. Now, in the second round, Mel has Tyler Shuck landing in Cleveland, Jalen Milroe joining the G-Men. We now welcome 2 of our NFL draft analysts, Jordan Reed, Matt Miller, and Matt, in Mel Kiper Jr.'s latest mock draft, he's got Shedeur Sanders going 9 to the Saints. Other mocks have him 3 to the Giants. Kind of help me here, because there's some that have him at 21 to the Steelers. Why does it seem like Shedeur Sanders' draft place is all over the place?
Yeah, we talk about range in the draft. Shedeur's is big. It is from 3 probably all the way to 21. The Saints are definitely very interesting with Derek Carr at number 9. But I think what we're having happen is teams are basically evaluating Shedeur against is he going to start over Russell Wilson this year? Probably not. And this is a franchise where Joe Shane and Brian Dable are really coaching and drafting for their jobs. Then you get to no man's land in the teens of the draft, where every club will have to say, okay, we've got a starter already. We're not the worst team in the NFL. We have to compare him to our current quarterback room. That's what makes it so hard to project a landing spot for him if he does get past the Giants at 3 or the Saints now at number 9.
Yeah, man, it's just the mixed opinions on the physical tools with Shedeur Sanders. You have some teams that really like him and feel like he can be that piece that uplifts his surroundings, and then there's other teams that have some worries about as far as what his ceiling can be on the next level. At Jackson State, or most recently at Colorado, he took over 2 programs that did not have a history of winning prior to him getting there. But then he goes to Colorado, he's able to change that program, and then at Jackson State, he did the same thing, being able to win 2 SWAC titles there. His toughness, and then also the winning ability when he's able to turn a program around. There's no denying that about Shedeur Sanders.
So based off of his skill set, Matt, I'll start with you. Which team, in your opinion, is the best fit for Shedeur Sanders?
I'm going to go a little bit out of left field here, guys. How about the Miami Dolphins? They have a quarterback in Tua Tagovailoa who's had injury and concussion issues. That is really what's holding Miami back, is Tua's inability to stay healthy. If he happens to get there, to pick number 13 in the first round, I think you have to consider it in Mike McDaniel's offense, Shedeur's ability to play from the pocket, how surgical he is with his accuracy, the way that he understands space and timing. I think Miami's offense would be a perfect fit for him. You have Jalen Waddle, we have Tyreek Hill, a good stable of young running backs, and an offensive line in front of him that would be able to protect him. Now, the likelihood that Miami takes a quarterback in the first round is probably slim, but we've seen this before when players like Jordan Love slipped through the cracks in the first round. The Green Bay Packers said, hey, we're going to need a quarterback again eventually. Let's go ahead and take one now. So if we're just talking best fit, I love Miami for Shedeur.
Yeah, that's a really underrated one, Matt, but I'm going to go with a more obvious one in the New Orleans Saints. I think the Saints have a huge need at quarterback, especially after the Derek Carr news that came out yesterday. This is a big decision for the Saints to make. They're definitely a team that always feels as if they're in win-now mode, and it's obvious that they need a long-term quarterback of the future. They took Spencer Rattler in the 5th round, and they still can figure out if they have anything in him. But why not add Shedeur Sanders to the room with Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, and then some of the other weapons that they do have with Alvin Kamara in the backfield? So you take Shedeur Sanders at number 9 overall. Now you have your cheap option to take on while you try to figure out the whole Derek Carr situation and with that moving forward.
Yeah, that news about Derek Carr has shoulder issues, may need surgery, probably could be out for the entire season for the New Orleans Saints. By the way, Shedeur Sanders completed an FBS high 74% of his passes last season. You need an accurate.
Best running back in the draft. I mean, an incredible running back, right? They all have him going number 6 to the Raiders. But you, Matt, you, my friend, have him going to the Bears at 10.
Love it.
And my co-anchor, Shay Cornett, is absolutely delighted as a lifelong Bears fan. So tell us, why do you have him falling to the Bears and have Tet McMillan going to the Raiders?
Yeah, guys, this one's simple. Can you name the Raiders' top 3 wide receivers? I don't know many folks who can. I'm not sure if I could without looking it up. They have a massive hole at the wide receiver position. Tet McMillan would give them that. And the depth at running back in this year's class is so good. You can get a starting level running back in the 2nd round. I know they don't have a 3rd round pick from the Geno Smith trade. Even in the 4th and 5th round, we're going to see starting caliber running backs. And I think the deepest running back group we've ever seen in the 2025 class, we could see 30 of these guys drafted. Now, Ashton Jeanty is the best back in this class. He is special. He's going to do Jahmyr Gibbs type things. He is a powerful inside runner. He has amazing contact balance. Last season in 2023, he had 43 catches. He can be very valuable as a receiver out of the backfield. And we know what he did last year as a runner. 2,600 yards, over 1,700 yards after first contact. He is a blue chip prospect playing on the blue field for Boise State. Whether it's at 6 or 10, he should be one of those Rookie of the Year favorites.
Man, Jeanty and DeAndre Swift. Oh, I bet Bears fans could just imagine that.
All right, they usually say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but next week it will be Shedeur Sanders visiting the Raiders in Vegas, and everyone will see that. Let's welcome in our NFL insider, Phil Yates, and NFL front office insider, Mike Tannenbaum. Phil, I'll start with you. What makes Shedeur Sanders such a good fit for the Raiders right now?
Well, you know, right now, the answer is not right now, because they've got Geno Smith. I mean, this is why I'm actually kind of curious as to whether the team would actually use the 6th overall pick on Shedeur Sanders. I also think that Chip Kelly is a very adaptable coach who will take advantage of a player's greatest strengths, which in the case of Shedeur Sanders is a pristine pocket passer who has elite accuracy and also touch on the football. So if he lands in Vegas, he's going to have to be patient, but if he can afford to be patient, the spot